Good. All right, welcome, everybody. It's Wednesday, July 31st. The time is 6:32 p.m. I'd like to open this meeting by asking everybody to please stand and say a pledge to the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Just a quick announcement. We're having some technical difficulties. Our screen on the wall is down, so we've handed out everybody agendas to everybody out in the crowd tonight. For those of you at home that would see what we post up, I apologize. We are working on it while we speak, but until then, we'll just be going from the agenda. And at this time, I do need to go into a very quick executive session to discuss a personnel issue, 5 minutes tops. I'll make the motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
Motion's made and seconded by myself and Deputy Supervisor Murphy to go into executive session to discuss personnel issue, and we will be returning to the dais. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? So carried. We'll be right back. We are out of executive session. No decisions were made. No money was spent. I'll make the motion to come out of executive session and go back into a regular meeting. Do I have a second?
Second.
Motion made by myself to go back into a regular meeting from executive session, seconded by Maluda. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? So carried. Moving on with the agenda. Public comments or questions on agenda items only. If you have anything you'd like to ask or say, please approach the podium. Seeing nobody approaching the podium, we'll move on. Reports from Recreation Department and Highway Superintendent. Julie?
Hello, I'm Julie Muncie from Dover Recreation. All right, so as of, if anybody goes by the park, they can see we're judging the pond. We're clearing it. It'll probably take another month or so, give or take. So just have patience with us while we're in the middle of everything. So they're working on it. Hopefully in the next few weeks, it'll be done to a month. Our concert in the park this Saturday is at 6:30. It's Jamie Carney, and that's at Boys Park Pavilion. Our day camp, we have another week to go. We're at the end of the 5th week, so we have one more week, and that ends our 6 weeks. We've been averaging anywhere between 100 and 110 registered kids every week. After day camp is over, we have our playground group, and that's we have a minimum of 30 people. So it's just it's no trips and it has no swimming, so it's a less modified camp, but anybody is welcome, and that goes from August 12th to August 23rd, and that's from 8:30 to 4. Starting in August, we have 3 sports clinics. The first one is we have our basketball clinic. That starts on the 12th to the 14th, grades 4th through the 12th. And that's in the high school gym. We also have a volleyball camp, and that goes from the 12th to the 15th from ages 10 to 16. There's 2 different groups. So when you go on our website, you would pick whatever group it is for your child. And then starting August 6th through the 27th on Tuesdays, we have a cheerleading camp. We have to do that outside, so that'll be at Boys Park as well. And they'll be doing that on the grass. Dover Day is Saturday, September 21st. We're still looking for any vendors, whether you're a nonprofit, a profit, or new merchandise vendor, arts and crafts vendor. You're more than welcome to come. You can find our information on the website at doverrecreation.com, as well as any of our other programs, or you can call the office and we can send you a form or come in. Believe it or not, Holiday Fest and our tree lighting is on December 7th. This year, we'll have more details to come. As always, like I said, anybody wants to contact us, my phone number is 845-832-9168, and you can ask for any of the ladies in our office. I also want to thank our office, Dodie and Paula, as well as Sean and Paul, for all the work they've been doing during day camp. It's a crazy time, the 6 weeks with all the kids, as well as parents and traffic and everything that we have to do. Trips as well, swimming. So we've had a great few weeks, so I'm hoping to continue that, and just want to thank everybody who's helped out on that. Any other questions?
No.
Okay, I think I got everything. Let me just go real quick. Seems awful quick, but I think that was it. All right, that's it. Thank you.
Thank you, Julie.
Thank you, Julie.
Highway Superintendent Jason Satori.
Hi, everyone. Jason Story, Dovertown Highway Super. This month, we are still mowing and cleaning around all our signs and stuff. We're actually on our 2nd round, so because grass grows, weeds grow. We already completed it one time, so basically one person still in the machine just continues on doing it until the end of the season. Also, grading on our dirt roads has all been finished. It took a little bit longer this year because of the weather. You can't always grade every day when there's rain and mud and everything like that, so you have to drag it on. I know some people get a little impatient with it. Sorry, but we do the best we can with the weather and with what we're doing. Yesterday, we finished our oil and stone project on Rama Road, Oniontown Road, Northeast Mountain Road, and Ketchum Park Road, which leads to the park. That was completed yesterday. We had Peckham Materials come in and do that for us. The dredging of the pond, which Julie mentioned at Boys Park, it is not a parking lot, and everything else everybody says. If anybody has any questions, call and ask us. Don't just put stuff out there because it's not true. It's a pond, we're dredging it, cleaning it up. Hopefully, eventually, we can have fishing derbies again like we used to have there and stuff, and it'll be really nice around there. It's gonna be all grass and lawn around there right up to it. So it'll be more access for more people to fish. It'll probably be 20-some feet deep, so it'll house more fish. So it'll be a really good project. And we're probably, like Julie said, within a month's time here, another couple weeks, we'll have the other side dredged out and cleaned up. And most likely, the stuff that's there is probably going to sit over the winter and drain a lot of it out. We thought we could get done a little bit sooner than that, but I don't think we will, just so everybody knows. Also, a week ago, Storytime Adventures with the library came to the highway department. It was a great time. We had 22 kids and parents and grandparents. The kids had a great time. From going in an excavator to a backhoe, different trucks. We explained everything to them. So they did. They really had a good time. We gave them little toys, plastic hats, vests, everything else. So I think the parents had just as much fun. I did too, so I can't say it didn't. The thing the kids liked the most was just a plastic pipe. One of our big 3-foot pipes we used for drainage. I had a 10-foot piece, and the kids went through that most of the time while everything was going on because they enjoyed that. You can buy your kids the most expensive toys you want, but in the end, usually a refrigerator box or a washing machine box was the best thing for them. If anybody would like a piece of pipe for their kids to occupy them, stop by. I'll be glad to give you one. And also, I'd like my team for their hard work and their dedication. And to Terry, my assistant, I'd like to say thank you for everything she does for me and keeps everything in line. And that's it.
Thank you, Jason.
Yep. Any questions? Good? Touch a truck. Oh, yes. And I don't know if Sue might mention this or whatever, or somebody, Touch a Truck is August 27th, Steve, is that correct? August 27th. And there'll be,
No, it's the, I think, yeah, it's an earlier, where is my?
26th is a Monday, so
So it's gonna be the 20.
it's a 24th is a
Monday. It's a Friday.
it's a
Saturday.
Saturday.
So sorry.
Where we'll also have equipment there again, so if there's any more kids that want to come sit in our stuff, I know there's going to be more stuff from other places and stuff, that'll be at the library.
Yeah,
So everybody will get to go to that too. So hopefully see a bunch of kids there.
Judge Rennie has a hard act to follow.
I know, right?
thank you. Reports of the supervisor and the town board members. Councilman Holmes.
Been continuing meeting with Jason, ongoing projects with the road and with the town park, dredging of the pond. Been down there a few times. Things seem to be going good. Yep, I didn't even know I was there. That's it.
Thank you. Councilman Maluta?
I have no report this month.
No report.
Been busy.
You got it. How you feeling? You all right, buddy?
I'm good. I would like to thank everybody for the well wishes on my shoulder surgery. This was a rough one, but not my first rodeo, won't be my last, and I appreciate that. Thank you.
Welcome back, buddy. Councilwoman Jackson.
Dover Schools, working through the beginning of the new year, which starts July 1. They would like to announce that fall sports preseason starts with football on August 19th. If anybody's doing sports, they should do their physicals and family ID. The Dover Plains Library has been very busy this summer. Every time I go in, the place is hopping. The adventure story times are very popular. This Friday, they'll be visiting here at the town hall, visiting Judge Rennie. Programs for 8 to 11-year-olds includes the World Tour Mystery and Scavenger Hunt, neighborhood adventures for 5 to 7-year-olds, which included the highway department. And for adults, there's seed saving program, self-defense class, and puppy yoga, which is yoga with puppies. So call the library for more information.
Thank you.
No problem.
Deputy Supervisor Murphy.
So, small report this month. Just wanted to let you know that I know NYSEG is starting to replace their meters. I had mine done yesterday, so I just wanted to put that out there, that if you start seeing people messing around with your meters, chances are you're getting a meter replaced. So I just wanted to put that out there. Also, I know Rich has this in his report, so I'm not going to piggyback on it, but I want to also thank Julie, our town clerk, Katie, for all the work that they put into the rec project. It didn't go our way. We saw something that we thought would benefit the town, well, guess what? We move on to the next project. So, that said, I'll pass it over to Rich.
Thank you, Jay. Yeah, I have a few things. I'll go piggyback right off of that. I'd just like to thank everybody for coming out. Jason?
Can I just say one thing to Jay's thing with the NYSEG? The name on the side of the truck, just so people know, because a lot of times.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
Grid 1 is on the side of their vans or
Yep.
their trucks or their vehicles.
Yeah, it's not a NYSEG. It's not a
So
NYSEG
that way
truck.
yeah, it's not a NYSEG truck, so don't get scared, because
Yeah,
there's been phony things.
thank you.
People go around, so I
Grid
like
1.
My wife said Grid
Good
1.
one, yeah.
Okay.
Just so you-
And I'll reiterate that. For those of you who, at home, who couldn't hear Jason, the meter changes that Jay has brought up, it is not a NYSEG truck that will be coming around to your house. It is a truck labeled RID, R-I-D,
G-R-I-D.
Grid.
Grid 1, I'm sorry, GRID 1.
Yes.
But they are working for NYSEG, and that's who is replacing your meters on your sides of your houses. Right?
Yep.
Got it. Okay, and back where I started, I just want to, again, I want to thank Katie and Julie and our committee and everybody who was involved in putting that possible project together. I want to thank everybody who turned out and came to our meetings and gave us your opinions and came out and turned out to vote. It was voted down at a significant rate. It was 670 to 124. That's fine. We know where we can go, and we move on to our next project. Just like Jay said, if we weren't bringing anything to the table, we wouldn't be working for you. And what we do is, what we try to do is the best for this town. And like Jay said, we thought we had something. We thought it was a great idea. It still was a great idea. But it just didn't happen at this point in time. We move on. We get over it. I want to thank our elections inspectors who worked all day, our Marilyn, our very own Marilyn, Lori, and Tracy, as well as our constable, Brett Johnson. They put in a hard, long day. It was busy from beginning to end. And again, I just want to thank everybody involved and thank everybody who gave their 2 cents and their vote. It's much appreciated and respected. And I'll leave it at that.
Smart.
So, along with that, I'd like to pursue the possibility of putting on the November ballot. The town is in possession of properties that we have not and won't be using whatsoever. It's time to, in my opinion, to get rid of them. They are a liability. They have been used for just wrong things. People collect there and party until they get thrown out. And I hate to see anything more serious happen at these properties. They're not used. They were acquired through whatever legal issue, whatever tax issue over the years, way before me. Way before me. Way before any of us. So I'd like to entertain the thought and work with council, and if the board will support it, to take the path, if it's not too late, and try to do this, if not this year, next year. Is that okay? Is it too late for this year, Tom?
I'll have to speak further and research it, but it doesn't require a vote.
Oh, it doesn't?
No.
All right,
It'll
then
be
I
subject to
misread
a
it. I thought it had to be,
permissive referendum.
I thought it had to be on a ballot. Okay, that's my mistake then. Okay. Next, we are in discussions with the towns of Northeast Amenia. I'll be reading a resolution later on to pursue extending our ambulance service. And along with that, on a very good note, myself and Katie have been working on a SAM grant, I believe it's called, through Assemblyman Bepan, AJ Bepan. I reached out to him earlier this year, took him aside and said what we'd like to do and some projects that I had in mind that I'd like the state to help us out. And I did get the I did get the permission to go ahead and announce that we will be receiving upwards of $50,000 from the state of New York, and that $50,000 will be redoing the pavement on the south end of the library and on the north end of the library building in Wingdale for the Legion. So that was a project that I brought to him. I want to thank him. He went to bat for us up in the assembly. And again, he gave me permission to go ahead and announce that, and I'll be reading a resolution for that tonight. So I know that's something that we talked about, and I took that list to AJ, and he made it happen for us. All right? Anybody else? Madam Clerk?
Nothing, thank you.
Council? Good? We will move on. Resolutions. Resolution to authorize and approve consent agenda items. Be it resolved that the town board of the town of Dover does hereby approve the following items for consideration and adoption on the July 31st, 2024 town board regular meeting consent agenda. Authorize the payment of abstract number 7 of 2024 in the amount of $759,388.27. Excuse me. Approve the town clerk's report for June 2024. Approve the town clerk's minutes for the town board meeting of June 26, 2024, and special town board meeting of July 10, 2024. Approve the town supervisor's financial report in June 2024. Accept unauthorized revenue and authorized budget transfers, budget amendments, and payment of off-abstract purchases, purchase orders, as prepared and submitted by the town's bookkeeper. Accept the resignation of Zoning Board of Appeals and Conservation Advisory Council member Gregory Mendenhall, effective July 2nd, 2024. Accept the letter of resignation from Town Constable Susan Fundaro, effective July 22nd, 2024. Hire Aaron Muncy and Rachel Cantinari for playground program at $14 per hour from August 12th through August 23rd, 2024. Authorize the closure of New Boys Park Recreation Center Capital Reserve Fund. Authorize the supervisor to submit a letter to the Dutchess County CDBG program regarding the 2002 CDBG project to construct a Boys Park multipurpose recreation center. Is that 2002 misprint?
I'm sorry, 2022.
2024, we'll change that in the minutes. Appoint members to the Town of Dover Zoning Board of Appeals. I'll entertain a motion.
Second.
I have a motion and seconded by Maluta. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? So carried. Resolution authorizing supervisor to sign letter of intent to renew ambulance services agreement. Be it resolved that the town board of the town of Dover authorizes the town supervisor to sign a letter of intent to renew the contract with Northern Dutchess Paramedics Incorporated, NDP, for ambulance service, advanced life support, basic life support, and paramedic services for all Dutchess County Department of Emergency Response and 911 calls for services within the town of Dover, along with the town of Northeast and the town of Amenia pursuant to an ambulance services agreement executed by Northern Dutchess Paramedics and Town of Dover, Town of Northeast, and Town of Amenia, which commenced in January 1st, 2020, for an initial 5-year period, which is set to expire December 31st, 2024. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Brought by Murphy, seconded by Jackson. All in favor?
Aye.
So carried. Resolution authorizing the supervisor to send a letter of support of Dutchess County Transportation Council request to New York State DOT to update functional road classification. Be it resolved that the town board of the town of Dover does hereby authorize the town supervisor to send a letter of support on behalf of the Dutchess County Transportation Council's, the CDCTC, request to the New York State Department of Transportation, NYS DOT, to update the functional classification of several roads in Dutchess County to better characterize the function of these roads within the overall transportation network. May I entertain a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Brought by Maluta, seconded by Murphy. Any discussion? Hearing no discussion, all in favor? Aye. Any opposed? So carried. Resolution authorizing submission of New York State Municipal Facilities, SAM, Capital Program Grant. Be it resolved that the town board of the town of Dover does hereby authorize the town supervisor and town clerk to submit a New York State Municipalities Facilities Capital Program Grant, SAM, application in connection with a proposed SAM grant application of parking lot and driveway improvements to the Dover Plains Library and American Legion Hall parking lot and driveway. And be it further resolved that the town supervisor and the town clerk are authorized to sign all assessing paperwork in connection with the SAM grant application. I'll entertain a motion.
So moved.
Second.
Brought by Jackson, seconded by Murphy. Any discussion?
I'm going to recuse myself because I'm the commander of the American Legion, and this directly affects my house of operation.
Okay. Any other?
Thanks for getting the grant.
Once again, thank you, Assemblyman Bepan.
Thank you.
You came through. Much appreciated. Motion's been made and seconded. Discussion has been had. All in favor? Aye. All in favor was ayes, one recusal. So carried. Next on the agenda is any public comments. If anybody in the public has any comments to make, please approach the podium.
Hello, my name's Joe Delvescovi. I live at 13 Reamer Avenue. I just wanted to say thank you to everyone also. I know you guys had kind of already expressed that about the project that ended up getting voted down. I also wanted to say thank you to Mr. Yeno because some of my neighbors on my street have been kind of emailing back and forth with you about an issue at Palmer Park and the different ordinance violations have been going on there. This past Sunday, there was no PA system, no music, no any of that. But with the rec center getting voted down, I did feel like it was important to state publicly that as you're looking for a new project, the rec center was talked about at the meeting before it was voted down as a community project, a place for people to gather. And Palmer Park, every Sunday, many people in our community gather, many. And there's vendors, food vendors, there's vendors that sell soccer equipment and jerseys, and I don't know if the town receives any kind of compensation from them, but I think it could be something that we could look into for future projects. Yeah, again, I appreciate all the work you do. Thank you for whatever conversations were had. I hope that continues because I live on the other side of Reamer, and it doesn't affect me quite as directly, but it's still, the music does get quite loud, so we were all very happy that it wasn't on Sunday. So, thanks again.
You're very welcome.
Yep.
Thank you.
My name is Steve Talor, and I live on Mayflower Avenue, and I've been a Dover resident since 2008. And I want to kind of echo the thank you to the board for taking the leap to putting that project out there along with the rec department. Unfortunately, did not pass. And unfortunately, along the way, there were many in the community that made some unfounded comments about the board and its leaders, which I felt was very distressing. When my wife and I voted on Saturday, we were number 268, and that was at about 11 o'clock in the morning, maybe give or take. It was great to see such a community turnout for that. I would only hope that we could get that same kind of spirit in something positive, like coming up with a new project rather than complaining about the ones that are put in before them. It's a little distressing with a town of 7,000 people, and this is the turnout you get for a board meeting. So I would hope if anybody's watching on closed circuit or on YouTube, that they might take it to heart that constructive criticism is also welcomed, not just criticism. So thank you to Julie, thank you for everybody. Maybe it's not the right project now, but I'm sure you'll come up with an even better one in the future.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Much appreciated.
My name is John Youngs. I live at 153 Dove Drive, and I did vote no on Saturday. The reason I voted no was because, as I understand it, there's only about 8,400 people who live in Dover. I assume they are the only ones who would be allowed to use the rec center without paying a fee, and $9.5 million for an indoor facility with a basketball court seemed excessive to me personally. I don't know how big your basketball fan base is, or how you plan on paying off. Are you charging people? Are there leagues looking for places to play? I don't understand that expense. I don't know what the basketball court cost in the deal, but I believe a reasonable submission of a building that would cover the summer day camp kids, a kitchen if you wanted to do that, that sounds fine. But I think the basketball court was a little much, in my opinion. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Anybody else? Seeing nobody else approaching the podium, sir, everything okay? Okay. Upcoming meetings are Wednesday, August 28th. And at this time, I'd like to make a motion that we go back into an executive session, not to return to the dais to discuss litigation issues. Do I have a second?
Second.
Motion made by myself, seconded by Deputy Supervisor Murphy, to go into an executive session to discuss litigation issues and not return to the dais. All in favor? Aye. Aye. Any opposed? So carried. Meeting adjourned. Thank you very much, everybody. Have a good night.